My beloved child, pause for just a moment. Do not scroll. Do not look away. Something sacred is unfolding right now, and it has been waiting for you. I am Archangel Michael, and I come wrapped in a light that feels familiar to your soul. Before your mind questions this moment, your heart already recognizes it. There is a gentle presence standing beside you right now, closer than your breath, softer than your thoughts. It is your mother. Yes, your mother. Whether she walks this earth today or lives beyond the veil, her spirit is leaning toward you in this exact moment. She has been trying to reach you through feelings you could not explain, through memories that surfaced out of nowhere, through dreams that lingered long after waking. And now, she has found a clear channel. Listen carefully. Your mother says, I have never left you, not for a single second. She says, when you thought you were alone, I was sitting quietly beside you. She says, when your heart felt heavy for no clear reason, it was because I was holding you from the other side, reminding your soul that you are still deeply loved. My beloved child, this message is not random. You did not find this by chance. You were gently guided here by an invisible thread woven long before this day. Your mother knows something about your life right now that no one else fully sees. She knows about the quiet struggle you keep hidden behind your smile. She knows about the decision you have been turning over in your mind again and again. She knows about the exhaustion that comes from being strong for too long. And she says to you now, please stop being so hard on yourself. She says, you are doing better than you think. You have not failed. You have not missed your moment. You have not disappointed me. My beloved child, your mother is showing me memories of your childhood, moments when you doubted yourself even then. Moments when you needed reassurance but stayed quiet. Moments when you tried to grow up too fast because you thought you had to. She smiles gently and says, you were always so brave, even when you didn't know it. Right now, she is placing her hands over your shoulders. You may feel a sudden warmth. You may feel a strange calm. You may feel tears rising for no clear reason. Do not resist it. This is her way of saying, I am proud of you. My beloved child, there is something your mother needs you to understand very clearly. Everything you are worried about right now is already being rearranged in your favor. Yes, in your favor. You may not see the path yet. You may not know how things will work out. But she says, trust what is unfolding, even if it makes no sense yet. She shows me a door opening slowly in your life, a door you thought was permanently closed. Behind it is relief. Behind it is clarity. Behind it is a moment where you finally say, now I understand why everything had to happen this way. She says, you are closer than you think. My beloved child, your mother also has a message about love. Not only romantic love, but the love you give and rarely receive back in the same way. She says, you deserve more softness in your life. You deserve someone who sees your heart, not just your strength. You deserve to feel chosen, not just needed. If you have been feeling unseen, if you have been feeling emotionally tired, if you have been wondering why certain people keep drifting away, she says, I am clearing space for better souls to enter your life. My beloved child, I see your mother placing a gentle shield of light around your energy. She is protecting you from emotional drain. She is protecting you from people who take without giving. She is protecting you from repeating the same painful patterns again. She says, do not chase what is leaving. Let it go with peace. Something far better is moving toward you. And now, listen very closely. There is one specific thing your mother wants you to stop doing immediately. She says, stop blaming yourself for what you could not control. She shows me moments where you replay old conversations. Moments where you wish you had said something differently. Moments where you wonder if things would have turned out better if you had tried harder. She says, you did the best you could with the heart you had at the time. That is enough. That is more than enough. My beloved child, your mother also knows about a quiet wish you carry, something you rarely say out loud. It may be about money. It may be about stability. It may be about a relationship. It may be about finally feeling at peace with your life. She says, I have been praying for this with you. Yes, even now. She says, I am working behind the scenes with forces you cannot see yet. She shows me signs and small miracles lining up, tiny shifts that will soon become undeniable proof that something powerful is happening for you. Do not ignore the signs that appear over the next few days. Do not brush off the coincidences. Do not appear over the next few days. Do not brush off the coincidences. Do not doubt the sudden opportunities that come out of nowhere. She says, that is me opening doors for you. My beloved child, your mother wants you to know one more deeply personal truth. She says, you are not meant to live the rest of your life in survival mode. You are not meant to always be struggling. You are not meant to always be worrying. You are not meant to always be sacrificing your own happiness for everyone else. She says, it is time for you to receive. Receive support. Receive peace. Receive love. Receive abundance. Receive joy. My beloved child, as Archangel Michael, I place my sword of light gently between you and your past pain, not to erase it, but to release its power over your future. Your mother stands beside me now and says, everything you lost is being replaced with something better. She says, you will not end this year the same person you began it as. You are stepping into a new chapter, one that carries more ease, more confidence, and more inner strength than you have ever known before. And this is only the beginning, because in the next part, your mother will reveal a very specific message about your future path, a hidden blessing you have not noticed yet, and a promise that will change the way you see your life forever. My beloved child, stay with me. Do not look away. Do not lose faith now. This message found you because your soul is ready for what comes next. My beloved child, breathe slowly. Let your heart soften. What comes next is not for your ears alone, it is for your destiny. Your mother steps closer now, and her presence grows stronger. Not heavy, not overwhelming, but clear, unmistakably clear. She says, I need you to understand something important about your life right now. She shows me a quiet crossroads in your path, a place where two futures are waiting. One future is familiar, safe, predictable. The other feels uncertain, but it glows with promise. She says, you are being gently pushed toward the life you secretly want, not the life you settled for. My beloved child, you may have been feeling restless lately, unmotivated one day, deeply inspired the next, pulled toward something you cannot yet name. This is not confusion. This is your soul remembering its original plan. Your mother says, your comfort zone is no longer your calling. She says, you have outgrown the version of life you are currently living. And here comes the revelation that will stay with you forever. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not off track. You are exactly on schedule for a major breakthrough. Yes, a breakthrough. Your mother shows me a moment coming into your life very soon, a moment that will change the direction of everything. It may arrive as a conversation. It may arrive as an opportunity. It may arrive as an unexpected invitation. It may arrive as a sudden realization that makes everything click. She says, when it happens, do not hesitate. She says, say yes to what scares you a little. That fear is not danger, it is expansion. My beloved child, your mother now speaks about your purpose. She says, you are not here just to survive, pay bills, and repeat the same days over and over. She says, you carry a gift that heals others without you even trying. Your voice, your presence, your empathy, your creativity, your ability to understand pain and still choose kindness. She says, you were meant to guide someone through darkness simply by being who you are. If you have ever wondered why people open up to you so easily, why strangers trust you with their stories, why others feel calmer around you, this is why. Your mother says, you are a light disguised as an ordinary person. Now listen carefully. There is a very specific blessing being prepared for you. Not someday. Not years from now. Soon. She shows me a sudden shift in your finances. A door opening that improves your stability. A new source of income. A solution to a money worry that has been sitting heavy on your chest. She says, you will not struggle the same way much longer. She says, help is already moving toward you. My beloved child, your mother also speaks about your heart. She says, your heart has been bruised more than people realize. She says, you kept loving even when it hurt. She says, you kept hoping even when you were disappointed. And now she smiles in a way that feels like sunrise. She says, a new connection is forming in your life. Not a repeat of the past. Not a lesson. Not a heartbreak in disguise. A real connection. She says, this person will feel familiar, like home, even if you just met. She says, you will laugh more. Breathe easier. Be more yourself around them. She says, you will finally understand why the others did not work out. My beloved child, your mother now reveals something deeply personal. She says, I have been protecting you from something you do not even know about. She shows me a path you almost took, a decision you almost made, a person you almost trusted. She says, that would have led you into emotional exhaustion. She says, I closed that door quietly. If something in your life fell apart recently, if plans suddenly changed, if someone drifted away without explanation, this was not loss. This was divine redirection. Your mother says, you were saved from a heavier pain. Now she places her hands over your heart again and says, please stop doubting your intuition. She says, your inner voice is not imagination. It is guidance. Every time you felt a sudden urge to avoid someone, every time you felt drawn to a new idea, every time you had a gut feeling that later proved right, that was your spiritual protection system working perfectly. My beloved child, there is one more shocking truth your mother wants you to hear. She says, you are entering a season of visible blessings. People who once underestimated you will be surprised. People who ignored you will suddenly pay attention. People who doubted you will quietly rethink everything they said about you. She says, your life is about to make sense to others in a way it never did before. She says, do not dim your light when that happens. Do not explain yourself. Do not shrink. Do not apologize for your growth. You earned this chapter. And now, listen to this final message for part 2. Your mother says, there is a wish in your heart that you think is too big. She smiles and says, that wish is small compared to what I am preparing for you. She says, do not give up now. She says, do not lose faith now. She says, you are one decision away from a life you once only dreamed about. My beloved child. In the next part, your mother will reveal the exact sign you will receive, the timing of a major life shift, and a powerful truth about your name and destiny that will send chills through your entire body. Stay with me. Do not look away. Your miracle is closer than your next breath. My beloved child, be very still now. What is about to be revealed is not ordinary. It is personal. It is precise. It is meant only for you. Your mother steps forward again, and her light grows brighter. Not blinding, but unmistakably powerful. She says, I am going to show you the sign you have been waiting for. Yes, the sign. You have asked the universe quietly for proof. You have said in your heart, if I am truly guided, show me something I cannot ignore. She smiles gently and says, you will receive a confirmation within 7 days. Not vague. Not someday. 7 days. It will arrive in one of 3 ways. A message that answers a question you never spoke out loud. A repeated number that follows you everywhere for a full day. A sudden opportunity that feels too perfectly timed to be coincidence. She says, when you see it, your heart will race before your mind can explain it. That is how you will know it is real. My beloved child, now comes a revelation that will stay with you forever. Your mother says, your name is not random. She says, the sound of your name carries a spiritual code. Every time someone speaks your name with love. Every time you write it down. Every time you think it with intention. It activates a hidden strength in your soul. She shows me that your name is written in light in a sacred record. It is connected to leadership. It is connected to protection. It is connected to transformation. She says, you were named for this destiny, even if no one realized it at the time. Now listen carefully. There is something about your future path that even you do not fully understand yet. Your mother says, you are going to become a turning point in someone else's life. Not one person, more than one. She shows me people you have not met yet who will say, if I had not met you, my life would have gone in a very dark direction. She says, you will save someone without even knowing you saved them. Through a conversation, through your kindness, through your honesty, through your presence at the exact right moment. My beloved child, your mother now reveals a hidden blessing you have not noticed yet. She says, something you thought was a delay was actually protection. She shows me a goal you tried to reach that did not work out. A door that stayed closed no matter how hard you pushed. A plan that fell apart at the last minute. She says, if that had worked, you would not be where you're. Real miracle is waiting. She says, I slowed you down to line you up with something far better. And now, here comes the once, in, a, lifetime truth. Your life is about to split into two chapters, the chapter of struggle, and the chapter of stability. You are standing at the exact end of the first one. Yes, the end. Your mother says, you have paid your emotional and spiritual dues. She says, you are not meant to carry this level of heaviness anymore. Within the next few weeks, you will notice, your mind becoming calmer, your sleep becoming deeper, your stress beginning to lift, your hope returning in quiet, steady waves. She says, this is the sign that your new chapter has begun. My beloved child, now she speaks about your relationships. She says, you are about to outgrow someone you still care about. She says, this will not happen through a fight. She says, it will happen through clarity. One day soon, you will wake up and realize, I deserve more than this. Not in anger, not in bitterness, but in peace. She says, you will choose yourself without guilt, and this choice will unlock everything else. Now listen very closely. There is one behavior that has been blocking your blessings. Your mother says, you keep shrinking your dreams to match other people's expectations. She says, you keep settling for, okay, because you are afraid of wanting, amazing. She says, stop asking for permission to become who you really are. The moment you decide to go after what you truly want, without explaining yourself to anyone, your life will accelerate dramatically. Yes, dramatically. My beloved child, your mother now shows me a gift that is about to enter your life. It is not something small. It is not something temporary. It is something that will upgrade your entire lifestyle. It may come as a new job, a business idea, a powerful connection, a financial breakthrough, a relocation opportunity, a creative project that suddenly takes off. She says, you will know it is from me because it will arrive effortlessly. No chasing, no forcing, no exhausting struggle. She says, it will flow into your life naturally. Now, here is the shocking final truth of part 3. Your mother says, you were chosen to break a family pattern. A pattern of struggle, a pattern of emotional silence, a pattern of settling, a pattern of repeating the same painful cycles. She says, you are the one who ends it. Your success will not be just yours. It will heal your entire family line, past and future. She says, what you build will protect generations after you. My beloved child. In the next part, your mother will reveal the exact month your life changes, the specific area where your biggest miracle will appear first, and a sacred promise that will remove your last remaining fear. Stay with me. Do not look away. You are closer than you have ever been to everything you asked for. My beloved child, do not rush this moment. What is about to be spoken now is the turning key, the hidden door, the message that completes the circle. Your mother steps even closer, and her voice becomes clearer than ever. She says, I am ready to tell you when your life changes. Not someday, not years from now, not in a vague future. She says, within the next 3 months, everything shifts. Yes, 3 months. She shows me a calendar page glowing with light. This period will feel different from all the others. You will notice, sudden motivation returning, new ideas arriving out of nowhere, unexpected people reaching out to you, small wins stacking up quickly. She says, this is the window when your new life begins to form. My beloved child, now comes a revelation that will stay in your heart forever. Your mother says, the first miracle will not be in love. She says, the first miracle will not be in money. She says, the first miracle will be in your mind. Yes, your mind. She shows me your thoughts becoming quieter. Your self-doubt loosening its grip. Your anxiety fading into background noise. She says, when your inner world heals, your outer world will follow fast. This inner peace will be your first undeniable sign that everything else is lining up. Now listen very carefully. There is one specific area where your biggest miracle will appear first. Your mother says, your work and your purpose are about to merge. You will no longer feel like you are wasting your time. You will no longer feel like your effort goes unnoticed. You will no longer feel like your talent is being ignored. She shows me you stepping into a role where people respect your voice. People value your ideas. People recognize your worth. She says, you are about to be seen in a new way. This may come through a promotion, a new career path, a business opportunity, a creative breakthrough, a leadership role you never imagined for yourself. She says, this will be the foundation of your long-term abundance. My beloved child, now comes a deeply emotional message. Your mother says, you have been carrying grief you never fully expressed. Not only grief for people you lost, but grief for dreams that didn't happen yet. Grief for versions of your life you thought you would have by now. She places her hand over your heart and says, it is okay to mourn what you thought your life would be. She says, but do not miss what your life is becoming. She shows me that your future is far more beautiful than the one you imagined years ago. Now listen to this once, in a lifetime truth. Your mother says, you are about to receive an apology you never expected. From someone who hurt you. From someone who misunderstood you. From someone who left without closure. She says, this apology will heal a wound you thought would stay open forever. And even if the words never come out loud, you will feel the emotional release. You will feel the burden lift. You will feel free again. My beloved child, your mother now reveals a sacred promise. She says, I will never let you walk alone again. She says, when you feel lost, I will guide your steps. She says, when you feel weak, I will strengthen your spirit. She says, when you feel afraid, I will calm your heart. She says, you will feel my presence more clearly than ever before. Through sudden comfort. Through perfect timing. Through quiet reassurance. Through signs that make you smile without knowing why. Now listen closely. There is one fear that has been holding you back more than you realize. Your mother says, you are afraid that if you truly try, and still fail, it will break you. She says, but I promise you this, you are no longer allowed to fail the way you used to. Yes, listen again. You are no longer allowed to fail the way you used to. Because now, every mistake will redirect you instead of destroying you. Every setback will teach you instead of stopping you. Every delay will protect you instead of punishing you. She says, you are divinely backed now. My beloved child, your mother now shows me a moment coming very soon. A moment when you will suddenly think, why do I feel so calm about my future all of a sudden? She says, that calm is the sign that your miracle has locked into place. You will feel it before you see it. Now here is the shocking closing truth of part 4. Your mother says, you were never meant to live a small life. She says, you were never meant to stay invisible. She says, you were never meant to doubt your worth. She says, everything you have been through was training for what you are about to receive. My beloved child. In the final part, your mother will reveal the exact action you must take next, the one sentence you should say out loud today to activate your blessing, and a powerful declaration that will seal your new destiny. Stay with me. Do not look away. Your life-changing moment is now closer than ever before. My beloved child, this is the moment everything comes together. What you are about to hear is not symbolic. It is not poetic imagination. It is a direct activation for your life. Your mother steps forward one last time, and her presence feels overwhelming with love. She says, this is the exact action you must take next. Not something complicated. Not something dramatic. She says, you must choose yourself, fully, without apology. Yes, that is the action. She says, stop delaying your life for people who are not walking your path. She says, stop waiting for permission to be happy. She says, stop putting your dreams on hold because someone else is uncomfortable with your growth. Within the next 24 hours, you will feel a strong inner push to do one specific thing. Send a message you have been afraid to send. Apply for something you think you are not ready for. Say no to something that drains you. Say yes to something that excites you. Let go of something you already know is over. She says, do it immediately. She says, that one decision will unlock a chain reaction of miracles. My beloved child, now comes the sentence you must say out loud today. Not quietly, not in your head, out loud. Your mother says, say this with conviction, even if your voice shakes. She says to you, I choose my higher life now. I release what no longer serves me, and I welcome everything meant for me with gratitude and courage. Say it again later today. Say it tomorrow morning. Say it every time fear tries to return. These words are not just words. They are a spiritual command. Now listen very closely. Your mother is about to remove your last remaining fear. She says, you are afraid that if you change, you will lose people you love. She says, but here is the truth, you are not losing anyone who is truly meant to stay in your life. Yes, listen carefully. You are not losing anyone who is truly meant to stay. Those who drift away are making space for deeper, healthier, more aligned connections. She says, you are upgrading your life, not destroying it. My beloved child, now she reveals a final, shocking truth. She says, everything you have been manifesting in small pieces is about to arrive together. Not one blessing at a time. Not slowly. Not painfully. Together. She shows me, a financial relief arriving. An emotional breakthrough happening. A powerful opportunity opening. A relationship shift transforming your heart. A deep inner peace settling into your spirit. She says, you are entering your overflow season. She says, you will not recognize your life 6 months from now. In a good way. In a miraculous way. In a way that finally feels fair after everything you endured. My beloved child, your mother now places both hands over your heart and says, I am sealing your destiny. She says, I remove every curse of delay. She says, I remove every blockage of fear. She says, I remove every cycle of struggle. She says, I activate your blessings now. You may feel chills. You may feel sudden peace. You may feel emotional. You may feel lighter than you did 5 minutes ago. This is not imagination. This is alignment. Now listen to this final declaration. Your mother says, you will not die with your dreams unfulfilled. She says, you will live a life that inspires others. She says, you will experience love that feels safe and deep. She says, you will have financial stability that calms your soul. She says, you will walk in confidence that no one can shake. She says, you will look back at this moment and say, this is when everything changed. My beloved child, as Archangel Michael, I now speak directly to your destiny. From this moment forward, doors that were locked will open. Paths that were blocked will clear. People who are meant to help you will find you. Opportunities meant for you will recognize you. Your life is officially under divine acceleration. Now hear your mother's final words to you. I love you beyond time. I am always with you. I am proud of you. I believe in you more than you believe in yourself. And I promise you this, you will never feel truly alone again. My beloved child. This message ends here, but your miracle story begins now. Walk forward with courage. Walk forward with faith. Walk forward with expectation. Because your life is no longer ordinary. It is divinely chosen.